This is review presentation number 4. We're preparing for our quiz on direct objects and conjunctions. This part of the review is going to go over prepositional phrases. So it only has 4 slides, but I'm going to try to go through the information on prepositional phrases slowly and clearly because prepositional phrases can get a little complicated, and we're going to add in the compound prepositional phrases so that we can review conjunctions for our quiz. So prepositional phrases show the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and some other element of the sentence. You know that prepositions are one of the 8 parts of speech, and these are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other element in the sentence. Prepositions are always in prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases start with a preposition and end with a noun or a pronoun. The noun in a prepositional phrase is called the object of the preposition. Phrases, this is review of phrases. Phrases are groups of words acting together as one part of speech. Prepositional phrases are just one type of phrase. We know of another type. We know verb phrases, but there are many different types of phrases, and we know 2 verb phrases and prepositional phrases. All phrases are a group of words acting together as one part of speech. And the parts of speech that prepositional phrases can act as are adjectives or adverbs. So prepositional phrases will tell you more about a noun, if it's an adjective or adjectival prepositional phrase, or it will tell you more about a verb, and it will be an adverbial prepositional phrase. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go through each of the points that I just made on the previous slide, and I'm going to go through them one by one with a simple example. The girl with pigtails is late, okay? So let's look at the first fact. Prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other element in the sentence. That's the definition of preposition, the part of speech prepositions, okay? But what does that even mean? I'm not sure that we all understand what that means. So let's go through it. Prepositions, that's a word, it is a part of speech. In this sentence, the word with is the preposition, okay? When you have a sentence, every single word in the sentence has its own part of speech. Girl is a noun, pigtails is a noun, right? Girl is a person, pigtails is a thing. The is an adjective describing girl. The word with is a preposition, okay? That is the part of speech that this word has. Prepositions are like directional words or relational words. They're relationship words. With, to, from, between, under, over. They're relative words, they're relationship words, or directional words. So in this case, the word with is the preposition, okay? Now, the definition says prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other element in the sentence. So there will always be a noun or pronoun associated with the preposition. Always, because that's the definition of preposition. It is going to show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other element in the sentence. So there must be a noun or pronoun associated with the preposition. Okay, that is why prepositions are always in prepositional phrases, because they have to have a noun or pronoun associated with them. In this case, pigtails is the noun associated with this preposition, and together these 2 things make up the prepositional phrase. Okay, now prepositional phrases always start with a preposition and end with a noun. In this case, those are the only 2 words involved in the prepositional phrase, but there can be adjectives in between that describe this noun. So the name of the noun in the prepositional phrase, or the job that this noun is doing, is called the object of the preposition. Okay, so with is the preposition, pigtails is a noun doing the job of object of the preposition. Hopefully each of these things that we've gone over this before, but I just wanted to slow it down and use an example to show you exactly what those things mean, because I want to make sure everybody understands prepositional phrases. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is that this idea that prepositional phrases always start with a preposition and end with a noun. It doesn't matter how many adjectives you have in between. You could have the girl with long blonde braided pigtails ran, okay? The girl with long blonde braided pigtails ran. This is still the full prepositional phrase because it starts with the preposition with and ends with the noun pigtails. And this noun is the object of the preposition. Now you just have a bunch of adjectives that are describing the pigtails. Long, blonde, braided. Okay? Those all become part of the prepositional phrase because the prepositional phrase starts with the preposition and ends with the noun. Okay, so both of these are prepositional phrases. These two words or this whole long phrase with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Okay, they're both prepositional phrases. Okay, now phrases, what they do is they take a group of words and that group of words is going to act together as one part of speech. A minute ago I told you each individual word in a sentence has a certain part of speech, right? And that is true. With phrases, though, you have a whole list of words or a group of words, and together they're also acting as one part of speech. So with is a preposition, pigtails is a noun, long is an adjective, blonde is an adjective, braided is an adjective. Those three adjectives are describing pigtails. Each individual word is a part of speech, but together this whole phrase is acting as an adjective because it is describing girl. Okay? Girl is a noun, and with pigtails is telling you more about girl. It is giving you more information, it is giving you a description of this girl. Okay, this whole phrase with pigtails is telling you something about a noun. So that makes this phrase act as an adjective. And this one as well, the girl with long blonde braided pigtails. The long blonde braided are describing the pigtails, but the whole phrase is describing girl. So the whole phrase is also acting as one adjective describing girl. Okay, I hope that makes some sense now. Okay, now the other part of speech that prepositional phrases can act as are adverbs. In this case up here with the girl and the pigtails, the prepositional phrase is describing the noun girl, so those prepositional phrases are acting as adjectives. But prepositional phrases can also act as adverbs. They can tell you more about an action word, they can tell you more about a verb, so that would make them adverbial prepositional phrases. That would look something like this. She ran down the hall. So she ran, right? The girl with long blonde braided pigtails ran. She ran down the hall. Down the hall is a prepositional phrase, down being the preposition, hall being the noun, and ran is a verb, right? Ran is a verb. And so because down the hall is describing a verb, it is acting as an adverb. Now we're going to talk about diagramming prepositional phrases. To diagram a prepositional phrase, you draw a slanted line under the word that the prepositional phrase modifies, very much like adjectives and adverbs. You know that the whole phrase is either acting as an adjective or acting as an adverb. So just like adjectives and adverbs, you're going to diagram the preposition on a slanted line under the word it modifies. Now prepositional phrases also have that noun, so you're going to put that noun on a flat line connected to the slanted line to make the prepositional phrase. So let's look at that. So here we have our example. The girl with pigtails ran home. With pigtails is our prepositional phrase. So we're going to draw our T. We're going to have girl as our subject and ran as our verb because girl ran. That's what the sentence. This is who the sentence is about, and this is what she did. Right now, the is an adjective describing girl. The, an, and a are always adjectives because they're a special kind of adjective called article. Now, with pigtails is also describing girl. So we're going to put the preposition on a slanted line under the word it modifies, and then we're going to add the flat line to it to add the object of the preposition with pigtails. The only word we have left is home. That's an adverb because it's describing where she ran. Okay, and adverbs describe verbs. And that is how you would diagram a prepositional phrase. Preposition goes on the slanted line. Noun doing the job of object of the preposition goes on the flat line. Okay, so now let's look at a more complicated prepositional phrase using conjunctions. Okay, what if we had a sentence like this? The girl with pigtails and braces ran home. This is what's called compound object of the preposition. you've got a preposition and you've got two nouns now, and those nouns are connected with the coordinating conjunction and. So you've got the girl with pigtails and braces ran home. And this is called compound object of the preposition. How do we diagram that? Well, we have to take this line that the noun goes on and we have to split it, okay, and add and make it two lines so that pigtails can go up here and braces can go down here. Then you're going to connect the two elements that are being connected by the coordinating conjunction with a dotted line and add the conjunction, okay, and that is how you diagram compound object of the preposition. Okay, now what if we had a sentence like this? The girl with pigtails and braces ran down the street and around the corner. Now you have what's called a compound prepositional phrase because you have a coordinating conjunction and it is connecting two full prepositional phrases, down the street, around the corner. Each of those is its own phrase. Down is a preposition, street is a noun being the object of the preposition, around is a preposition, corner is the noun acting as object of the preposition. So you have two complete phrases, so we call that a compound prepositional phrase. And this is how we would diagram that. Okay, now we have she ran down, and there's street is the noun, and the is an adjective describing street. Okay. And then around is another preposition describing where she ran. And where did she run? Around the corner. Corner's the noun. And the is describing corner. And then you're going to add that dotted line between the two, just like you would if it was a compound adverb, and add your coordinating conjunction. And that is how you diagram compound prepositional phrases. Now, this was a lot of information in 4 slides. Please do not hesitate to pause, rewind, and watch things over and leave comments and questions if you need to. I will answer them, okay? So this is review number 4. It prepares you to do 2 of the pages in your packet. They are the 2 pages on prepositional phrases. I put 2 on there because prepositional phrases can be a little complicated and I think it needs just a little bit more practice. And then we only have 1 page to go, which is compound sentences. And there will be 1 more review presentation and it will go over correlative conjunctions. All right, happy diagramming. Hope you're having a great break.